Sunday challenge. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend and you're ready for another great challenge. While I'm waiting for a few to pop on, I know I'm a couple of minutes late, sorry about that everyone. I'll let you know that we are using the Hello Ladybug stamp set, and I'm just going to grab the stamps out and pop them onto the acrylic blocks while we're waiting. So as you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, my name's Tracy.bish. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. And I go live with a challenge on Sunday mornings at 8:30. Oh, close enough anyway. Okay. So I haven't been able to play with this Hello Ladybug stamp set very much, so I'm super excited to be using it today. And if you watched my live on Thursday, you will know what the challenge is this week. Hi Glenda, hi Marion, how are you both? Are you tired, Marion, after going to IKEA yesterday? We went to IKEA in Melbourne yesterday and I was really tired this morning. I had big plans to get up early, get some things done, and yeah, I couldn't get out of bed. So hence I'm putting my stamps on blocks right now while we're chatting. So this week's challenge is the retiring ink colours. They're the 2020 to 2022 ink colours. These will be leaving us in just well, a month or so. They will start running out really quick. As I said on my live in the inventory report on Thursday when I checked, the Magenta Madness refill was on low inventory, and so was the Just Jade stamp set and refill. You're good? Awesome, Glenda. Good morning, Judith. And Marion slept like a dead. Pancakes ready, washing started. Fantastic. I'll be over there as soon as we finish here. So here are the new, or the retiring ink colours. They were new in 2020. We have Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, and Magenta Madness. Like I said, these are the challenge for this week to use these colours. Now, if you don't have these colours, use a blue that's similar to a navy colour. Use a colour that's similar to these ones. But this is more of an awareness that these will be going really soon, and as soon as Stampin' Up says that they're retiring, that's when people then go out and purchase these products and they sell out super fast. So I'm giving you plenty of warning that if you have these but you don't have the re-inkers, please grab your re-inkers now. Alright, so let me show you the card that we're creating. Like I said, we are using the Hello Ladybug bundle. So it does come with a punch. It's a punch bundle. So let me show you this one here. There we go. And the card that we're going to create is this one. Isn't this so sweet? So I've got vellum on his little, or her little wings. I'm going to try something a little bit different on this card. So I've created a little bit of a softer background because these colours are really quite bright. We've got Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, and Magenta Madness inked or stamped in the background. I've toned that down a little bit with a piece of vellum, which really creates a great little effect. And then on on her wings, I've added a vellum as well, and I've actually pulled this one up because I did have that stuck down. I wanted to see whether I could do something, and I couldn't on the other side, so I'll have to stick that one down. But we're going to do something a little bit different with her wings with today's card. So really nice card, really shows off those beautiful colours. So this challenge, you don't have to use all the colours. You could just choose a couple of colours, one colour, completely up to you. But I really wanted to showcase all those beautiful colours. So let me bring in the kit that I have ready to go. Whoop. Try not to drop it all over the floor. So we have a basic white thick card base. If you're using white as your card base, I highly recommend that thick cardstock. It has a good weight to it. which makes it a really nice card base to create with. We also have, I have a piece of Magenta Madness for matting and a piece of basic white over the top. Now, if you're trying to save yourself some money, I highly recommend when you're using matting pieces to die cut some images from your matting. So whether you die cut, whether you punch, you could also cut a square out of it. You could, you know, the layering circles or the rectangles, you could use those, and you'll save yourself a little bit of money by having that extra pieces. I've also got some scrap basic white here, some scrap just jade, and then I have two pieces of my vellum. I have one that'll go over the card front, and then I have a piece that, this is just scrap that I can die cut or punch out my little wings. Okay, so we're going to first off start with our stamping in the background with our basic white. So all the measurements will be over on my blog once this video is done, so you can go over and check those out. They will all be there ready to go. So for our background stamping, we are going to use the Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee and Magenta Madness. These are beautiful colours together. I'm so sorry to see them go, but the great thing is when colours go, we have new ink colours coming in every year as well. So it's super exciting to see the new colours come in. So we're going to start off with the Magenta Madness, and I have this daisy flower. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to random stamp that background. And these are photopolymer, so you do need a little bit of cushioning underneath your stamp, whether it be, I've got a grid sheet, or grid pad actually, but you could also have a mouse pad, the foam, what are they called? The Pierce mat. They work really well as well. Okay, so I've got 4 down there. I'm actually going to stamp this off. So Magenta Madness, or all of our ready pink colours, will stain your photopolymer stamp sets. It doesn't hurt them in any way, but I find that if you just take off that ink straight after stamping, it will help to clean it just slightly. Okay, so then we're going to move to the Misty Moonlight. I'm a little fuzzy, am I? Is anyone else having trouble with me being fuzzy? It looks good on my end. If it stays fuzzy, Judith, go back out and come back in and see if that helps. I'm watching it on my screen and it looks like it's okay. So we have a little trio of flowers also in that set. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around these daisies to fill in. And make sure you twist your stamp around a little bit, changing directions. And you could use different colours. I really like the look of this, so. And it doesn't matter that we have extra spaces. Oops, let's stamp that properly. Because we're going to come in with Bumblebee and just add a little bit extra colour. So I don't want a lot of white space. I think that looks pretty good. It's a little bit hard with the stamping on the background to see. Okay. Okay, no one else is having a problem. Excellent, thank you everyone. Okay, so then we're going to bring in the Bumblebee. And in that stamp set, there is a couple of little centers for flowers. We're actually using this one here, which I think is pretty cute. and perfect for adding a little bit of extra colour with that nice bright yellow. And I'm going to add them in the centres of the daisies. I think that's what they are. They look like daisies to me anyway. And then we're going to add them just in the background as well. And this helps to fill in your stamped piece. Also adds a little bit extra colour, makes it nice and bright. And you could swap the colours around if you wanted to not have so many of the blue. I used to always get caught up with stamping things that weren't colour correct. So I couldn't stamp flowers in green because flowers don't usually come in green. But I'm slowly getting out of that, which is fantastic. So you can add as many in or leave it as bare as you like. I think that looks really nice. It gives it really that bright pickup as well. Okay, while we have our bumblebee out, I'm going to stick that to the side. I'm going to bring in our basic white thick piece that we have, and I want to stamp 2 of the little wings in the bumblebee. And if I look at my punch, if I stamp them going across this way like this, that'll make it easy to place in and start punching. So it's good if you can look at that. It doesn't matter, you can cut your paper down. Oops, I think I went a little low for that. Yeah, let's stamp that again. Up a little bit higher. It doesn't matter if you don't look at how your punches. It's probably a little low again. Doing well today. That's okay, there's plenty of room on this piece of paper. So we've got 2 good stamps out of 4. We're doing well. The other thing that I just want to quickly stamp while we have this here is the sentiment, my friend. We're using that bumblebee ink for that sentiment. So I'm going to stamp that in just there. Excellent. Then we're going to bring in that cinnamon cider. I thought that would work well for his body or her body. Also, again, if I look at my punch, we can pop the cardstock in this way. So I'm going to pop the stamp down like that and across, and that'll help to punch out. One thing I did think of, which would be really fun to do, instead of stamping the wings, was to punch the wings out in white, basic white, and then do little dashes across with the bumblebee, and then you'd have a bumblebee. But no, I think, Marion, you said that these yellow and brown ladybugs were poisonous, is that correct? Okay, and lastly, we're going to stamp our big leaf, and I've used the Just Jade ink pad for that, so we've stuck with traditional colours for most of it. I could have done this in the Magenta Madness, that would look fun. And we're going to fussy cut that leaf out. There we go. Perfect. So that's all our stamping, and we've used all 5 of those colours. I'm going to start punching out these images. So let's bring the punch in. I've taken that leaf off because otherwise it will punch a wing out of the leaf, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to line that up and punch him. And when you stamp this image, it becomes a little blotchy, but as the ink dries, you'll see it evens out nicely. Stamping Up inks are really good for that. Okay, so we have 2 little bodies. Let's bring the wings in. We don't want that one. Marion said yes, they are poisonous. Well, these ones aren't, because these ones are happy ones. Wrong way. So even after I've told you what way to punch them, I think I still did it the wrong way. Oh, no worries, Glenda. So just lining that up. I really like those punches that have the one image on them, so you don't have to worry about punching anything else out from your image, but it's nice that we can get multiple images as well. And this one here. Do you prefer punches, or do you like the die cuts more? I think punches are so much easier and makes it really quick, but I like the intricacy that the dies give us. And lastly, let's just do a little bit of cutting. Just get rid of our scraps. So for the sentiment, I'm just going to cut as straight as I can. Cutting straight's not something I'm super good at, but hopefully that is pretty straight. And then our little leaf here. So I'm leaving a little bit of a white border around as well. Glenda likes punches. I think that's what you said. I have a whole wall of punches. I will say I don't sell my punches, because if you do a little bit of punch art, you do need lots of different punches. This is really nice. This stamp has that little veins in it. Just gives it a really nice look. Punches are easier, absolutely. Judith likes die cuts. Okay. I think you can do so much more with the die cuts. Like, they'll have a lot more in them, so that's why a lot of people like them. But I think for ease and for quickness, there's nothing's faster than a quick punch out. Okay, so we have our little pieces here ready to go. I'm going to grab my scrap piece of Just Jade, and I just grabbed this out of my scrap bin. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive to it and glue that down to my Just Jade, and then that way I can cut around it. So I want a nice little bit of a border going around. I find this is the best way for me to cut a border around. Okay. And now I can just quickly cut around. You can use your paper trimmer as well. And it could be safer to use your paper trimmer sometimes. I'm just going to wing it. Because it's a little tiny piece, I'm just using my snips, but I find if you've got to do a longer line where you're cutting, your big scissors, long-handled scissors are the best to do. So yeah, that was quite easy to do. Okay, so now we can start putting our card together. We're going to glue our two stamped image down onto our Magenta Madness. Don't forget, if you're trying to save your card stock and save a little money, do a little die cutting or punching from that Magenta Madness piece. And then we can pop our little wings down on our ladybug. I think these two colours go so cute together for her. Sometimes our ink colours don't match together. They're not designed to all be used together. I think these ones work really well together. Okay. Just finding my scrap piece of vellum here. Going to bring in that punch, and I'm going to punch out two of those little wings. So we're going to do something a little bit different this time around. I think I want to see if I can fold these in half and pop them up so it looks like the ladybug's flying. I think that looks super cute. So for that, the technique I used to actually secure the vellum down onto the wings here is a silicone craft sheet. I've added a little bit of our liquid Tombow glue, so the green glue. I've picked it up with a sponge, dabbed it on the vellum, and then popped it down, and that works really well. With these ones, I'm thinking we might use some mini glue dots. I know the mini glue dots will sort of see through a little bit, which is why we don't pop liquid glue straight down onto vellum or use glue dots or dimensionals or anything like that. They do see through, but if I roll my glue dot around a little bit so it goes along that length of where we've creased it, I'm hoping that that won't show through too much. Let's see. Oh, I think that's fine. I'll bring it up to the light so you can see a little bit closer. So you can see it slightly. I don't think that it really matters. But how cute is that? Obviously they'll fold down when they're popped in the envelope, but you can pinch them again and they'll come up. So let's do the other one as well. So just rolling that glue dot so it sits in that seam of the fold works really well. I like this so much better than gluing them straight down. Adds a little bit more character to the ladybug. Super cute, yes. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to work on popping these images down onto the vellum. And there's two reasons for this. The first thing is we know where we can stick our adhesive to the back of the vellum once these objects are on. And we can glue the whole thing down a little bit easier. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to the leaf and pop the leaf up. I really can't do a card without any pop-up, so it has to be done. Dimensionals are super cute to use. They're also really inexpensive. They come in a pack of 3 sheets like this, and you can use the edges all the way around. So very economical. Okay, so we have that one down. I'm going to stick Yeah, I'm going to stick him just off a little bit, so I'm going to stick some dimensionals down on his head. Yep, and one on his bum. And that should stick down onto the vellum pretty easy. So you don't really see the dots on his wings so much as this one, but you can please yourself how you want to do it. And for this one, I'm actually going to have the head sitting on the leaf. So I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals to his body and then bring some green glue in over his head. So that'll secure it straight onto that leaf. Just like that. Perfect. And then let's add one dimensional for the sentiment. Coming together really quickly now. And we can pop that down on the leaf. Okay. So as you can see, that really softens down that bright in the back, which is really nice. So we have 3 areas here that we can add adhesive to, and you could use tear and tape, green glue, the liquid glue. We can do that technique of sponging. What I found is I actually don't want to stick all this one down on this one. I did on this one, but I actually want it to sort of sit up, and I just want to add my adhesive behind our 3 images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add tear and tape. I think tear and tape is the best one using on vellum. Liquid adhesive, I don't know whether it holds as well as I would like. So, but if you only have the liquid, it does work. I just find the tear and tape has a great hold, so your card's not going to go anywhere. Just make sure your pieces are smaller than your image, so it's not showing on the other side. I use tear and tape so often. I think it's probably my favourite adhesive, to be honest. I really love the green glue as well. And I use the green glue a lot when I'm just crafting. But when I'm live, I find that I always seem to get it all over my fingers. So I shy away from it pretty quickly on my videos if I can use my tear and tape instead. So just taking those backings off. So hopefully you're getting a few ideas for this challenge using the retiring ink colours. I'm so excited to see what everyone creates. And all you need to do is just take a photo of your project, your card or project, then go over to my Facebook page and it'll be pinned to the top of that page. What do you call a ladybug? Is there an answer to that, Judith? Glenda says me and glue dots are not friends. Oh, I love glue dots. Although I don't really like the way that they're packaged now. I think I'm just used to how they were packaged on the roll rather than on the paper. So cute. And of course we're going to pop up onto our card base as well because we can. Marion said garden pest. Oh, but they're so cute. Lots and lots of dimensionals because you can never have too many. This stamp set also has a ladybug that you can stamp as well. So I'll bring that in and show you in just a second. Oh, thank you, Helena. I appreciate that. Okay. So I have also stamped on the inside. And let's see whether we can do that again, because I don't know, that just seemed to work too well for me. But being live, we're going to start on the envelope, because if we stuff the envelope, it won't matter too much. So for this one, I do need to clean. No, I'm good. So I do need to stamp or punch out another wing. So I'm going to quickly do that on a thickish piece of card that I just have out of my rubbish bin, actually. So I have done a quick punch out of the wing, and here we have the envelope ready to go. We're going to stamp the bumblebee wing first. I think that's what I did. So let's stamp that bumblebee wing, just like that. Then I'm going to add that mask that we've just created. Just going to add that over the top. Yep. There we go. And the hardest thing is going to be lining those up. I probably should have done a bright colour so I could see it. So let's bring in that ladybug cinnamon cider. I'm going to try and, definitely if you're doing this at home, do a different colour of your mask. And stamping over the top. Cross your fingers, everyone. Let's see if this works. Oh, thank you, everyone. I'm glad that you liked the card. Hey, that looks pretty good. I can actually take this mask off and maybe stamp that down again, lining it up. And that should stamp that leftover piece. There we go. Yay! So because that mask actually took off that ink, as you can see, so it wouldn't stamp over the wings. So let's do the inside of the card as well, now that we've done the envelope and it worked. We're still going to need to cross your fingers just in case it doesn't work. So let's do our wing first. Perfect. Going to pop our little mask over the top. Stamp our ladybug. Lining, can you see that? Yep. Lining that up again. Lifting the wings or the mask off. And let's re-stamp over the top. I'm really happy with that. Perfect. So we have the inside and outside. There we go. And we were able to pull that off. That makes me very happy, everyone. So don't forget you can mask off images and stamp over the top. Alrighty. So there's today's card. I really hope that you've enjoyed the card that we've done. And I hope that you'll come and join in the challenge. Thank you, everyone, for giving me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. I go live every Thursday and Sunday, so you can join me on those days. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Whatever you're up to, I hope you have a great time. We actually have a long weekend, which is fantastic. We've got Monday off as well. And I plan to do quite a bit of crafting, so to try and get a little bit ahead. All right, everyone, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Oh, where is the bling? Oh, you're right, Marion. Whew. You must have typed fast. Okay, so I've used the Elegant Faceted Gems. And I really like these because there's 3 different colours. There's a clear, I don't even know what to call that. It's very shiny. And then a pinky colour. We're going to use one of each. Lucky you're on the ball, Marion. I almost hit end. So stick one there, and these ones are really pretty, very, very shiny. And they've got a really nice pattern in there as well. Whew, saved. Thank you so much, Marion. You're a marvel. So cute. Let me know which one you prefer as well. Do you like the wings glued down with the vellum or popped up? All right, everyone, have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.